Niche Psychology presents 7 Ways Intelligent People Deal with Difficult and Toxic People. Toxic Human Beings. 7 Ways Intelligent People Deal with Difficult and Toxic People. Toxic human beings continually appear to purpose useless drama. They're regularly the riding pressure in the back of a conflict, they power down morale inside the workplace, and that they negatively affect the emotional properly being of these who've to address them. Some are blissfully ignorant of the terrible effect that they've on the ones round them, whilst others appear to derive delight from developing chaos and pushing a different human being's buttons. The worst component is, that it could be tempting to offer poisonous human beings the identical remedy they deliver to others. Of course, this in no way works. They aren't able to a good deal of self-reflection, and turnabout the handiest makes them see themselves as sufferers. The pleasant manner to address tough human beings is to apply the subsequent techniques, commonly practiced through clever human beings. Number 1, set limits. Complainers and terrible human beings are terrible news. They wallow of their issues and that they need others to sign up for so we can experience better approximately themselves. People regularly experience stress to pay attention to complainers due to the fact they don't need to be visible as insensitive or rude. But there's a satisfactory line among lending a sympathetic ear and getting sucked into their terrible emotional spiral. You can keep away from this handiest through placing limits and distancing yourself while necessary. Just think about it this manner: if the complainer had been smoking, could you take a seat down there all day, breathing in the second-hand smoke? Probably now no longer. You distance yourself, and also you have to do the identical with complainers. Number 2, establish boundaries. This is the region in which maximum human beings generally tend to promote themselves short. They experience that, due to the fact they paintings or stay with a person, they haven't any manner to govern the chaos. This couldn't be in addition from the truth. Once you've observed your manner to upward thrust above a character, you'll start to discover their behavior greater predictable and simpler to understand. This will equip you to assume rationally approximately while and in which you need to places up with them, and while you don't. If you permit matters occur naturally, you're certain to discover yourself continuously embroiled in tough conversations. But in case you set limitations and determine while and in which you'll have interaction to a tough character, you may manage a good deal of the chaos. Number 3, ignore in some cases now. Earlier than you placed this method to paintings, do not forget some factors. You should analyze the dynamics of ignoring a poisonous character. A poisonous man or woman craves interest all the time, even if it's an event to celebrate some other character or their accomplishments. They get loud, and they may interrupt different human beings. That said, in case you select to disregard them, ensure there are lots of different human beings around, due to the fact sometimes, in case you've been submissive to the poisonous character for an extended time, and also you discover yourself by myself with them, then ignoring them will now no longer. You can handiest forget about poisonous human beings while you are in public, due to the fact in public they generally tend to cover competitive retaliation, so they're much less probably to emerge as angered for being ignored. Number 4, don't share secrets with gossipers. Toxic human beings will percentage deep secrets and techniques with others simply to appear momentarily interesting, and they may regularly decide or gossip approximately human beings in the back of their backs. If you meet any person who does this, do now no longer be fooled into questioning that they're gossiping with you due to the fact they prefer you or consider you. They will simply as without difficulty betray you or consider. Toxic human beings will regularly speak to you approximately a person, with inside the hopes that you'll agree with them. Then, they may pass and inform the alternative character what you said. This creates friction among human beings, leaving the poisonous character to manage. It's a divisive and manipulative technique of gaining buddies or electricity in a social group. Don't fall for it. Number 5, recognize and ignore insults. Toxic human beings like to insult others, and that they do that in a diffused manner. People, like this, will try and cover insults with compliments. They will say matters like, "I'd in no way have the self-belief to put on that." Or "You do properly while you try." Although those can also additionally sound like type statements, they're losing little seeds of doubt in your thoughts through setting situations for your capabilities. Learn to pay attention to the truths in the back of the veil of compliments, after which, forget about them. You will realize you've got grown, while you definitely snicker at what they say. But simply be careful, due to the fact guffawing has a tendency to cause them to angry. Number 6, allow liars to trip themselves up. Toxic human beings will regularly lie compulsively, now no longer simply to others, however to themselves. They will regularly carry out intellectual gymnastics to persuade themselves that their lies are reality. Recounting a real occasion is especially easy, however lies are definitely very difficult to hold up. Keeping music of a gaggle of made-up testimonies is tough, and liars emerge as exposing themselves over time, through contradicting themselves with different lies. Number 7, don't fall prey to pity. Toxic human beings use pity, as some other shape of manipulation. They even make their sufferers experience terrible for in the end status up for themselves. Intelligent human beings are capable to understand self-pity and the specific manner that it's utilized by poisonous human beings.